What's up, everybody? Big Will, K-pop for life. And you thought I was joking? You thought I was playing with you? Come on, netizens. Bring that shit on in this new episode of Kpop Rantz.
Do you feel the vibes?
So it's been about 11 hours since I posted my Going to War with KNETS video. You can check that link out in the description below. But I was serious as a heart attack. I was dead serious. And you know what? They already gave me an opportunity to come at them, so let's go at them. Today, we're going to be discussing the double standards in which these KNETS approach the same exact situation, which you see this all the time. And we're going to also discuss the way the K-pop news, and I use the biggest quotation marks you can possibly find because K-pop news is pointless. K-pop news sites like to report this stuff. So if you're not familiar, V from BTS recently at the Mnet Countdown Awards show was caught peeking. You know, he was standing next to the MC, so he was sitting there peeking at the results, and he saw the winner, which you're looking at in this picture right here. And apparently this was deemed adorable. They started memeing it, and it was the cutest thing ever. And then that reminded people of a very, very exact same situation 6 years ago with Taeyeon from Girls' Generation on Show Champion, and she was caught peeking over. She was a little bit peeky-poo over the top of the corner. You'll see this picture right here. And she got caught doing it, right? And but the difference was when V does it, all the little fangirls get all moist and say how cute it is, and they meme it and say he's adorable and blah, blah, blah. Whereas when Taeyeon did it, she's considered fake and phony for pretending to react because obviously she didn't know she got caught on camera doing it, and pretending to be excited because literally a half a second later they announced the winner. Of course, she's actually still going to be excited. You see a smile flash across her face that she quickly hides. I find the double standard interesting, right? I reached out to both of them. I was unable to get a comment. I couldn't get through the throngs of female panties that were laying around V. And when I tried to reach out to Taeyeon or her team to see what they had to say, that was basically met with a no comment because she's too busy being a fucking legend to answer my stupid questions. So what really annoys me about this, right? It's the approach that the KNETS have, as usual. And then the news and the way that they the way that they cover it. The KNETS come at this from that typical double standard sort of thing. But the news covers it as if it is actually a double standard that's being portrayed. But what they're failing to recognize is that, I would say, in my opinion, the majority of K-pop fans are female. And the majority of them are teenage females, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's probably to be expected. So this made me think. I've never really thought about it this way before because I've tried to ignore netizens up to this point, right? But I just can't anymore. But now that I'm paying really close attention to all this, I'm noticing trends. And I think in our own mindset as a culture, I can't speak to Korea, but I'm speaking to the Western culture. When you think of somebody like a netizen, you immediately think of some lame little computer nerd guy, or just some unlovable social reject that you just hate, you know, sitting in a dark room surrounded by empty Mountain Dew cans and crinkled up Doritos bags, you know, stroking his little wiener or whatever. And I think that's the sort of thought that a lot of people have, whether they realize it or not, is sort of a subconscious thing. So we always tend to associate the word KNET or netizen with male. But I'm actually starting to think that these netizens might actually be primarily female. I don't know. I'm not sure, but it sure as hell seems like it because the double standards in some of these issues, they always seem to sway towards the cute boy. And I don't see a lot of dudes swaying that way. I don't see a lot of dudes really giving a crap in general. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there would be, especially the little lame teenage boys and stuff, but as a whole, I see them being primarily female that come after, you know, they're going after the females and not going after the cute boy. It just sort of makes sense to me from a logical standpoint. I could be wrong. I don't know. But it makes perfect sense why they would get mad at Taeyeon and not at V. Because Taeyeon doesn't make them little moist teeny boppers, and it's not adorable when Taeyeon does it because they have this slight resentment because they'll never quite be that pretty or whatever their deal is. And I just find it interesting. I find it interesting. The double standard in the K-pop industry is also slightly to blame because obviously women always seem to get hit harder than guys. You know, if a woman shows her stomach, the south side of Korea will shut down, whereas if a dude does it and rises on stage with his abs hanging out, totally fine. I get it. It's a cultural thing. It's still bullshit. But the KNETS are the real problem because they suck and I hate them. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like what you see and you want to see more, click one of the 2 links that's going to pop up. And as always, keep on popping, K-poppers. Remember, it's not a trend. It's a lifestyle. Deuces.